Hi, I'm Mike Ireland, President and CEO of PCA, and it is my extreme pleasure to be here with Ruben Guerrero, the CEO of Salt River. Ruben, we're at your plant. Tell me a little bit about your plant here.
Thanks, Mike. So this is the Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement Company, Clarkdale facility. We were originally built in 1959, and the purpose was to provide cement and material for the building of Glen Canyon Dam in northern Arizona, and was purchased by the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community in 1987.
You truly are not just an American-owned, you're a Native American-owned operation.
Correct, Mike. So as I mentioned, with being owned by the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community as an enterprise of the tribe, we're in a unique situation because we really are 100% American. That said, being owned by a Native American tribe, we do and operate as true stewards of the earth. Our resources are vital and critical, and having that same mentality and same guidance, we really do operate with the same fundamental values of the tribal community, or as a Native American entity would.
Tell me a little bit about your upbringing. How were you raised? How did you fall into this industry? Why are you here? How did you get here? What's your story?
So I'm an enrolled member of the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community. My mother is Native American, and my father is Hispanic Mexican. I'm a first generation, on my father's side, first generation American. So my path hasn't been straightforward here. When I was hired on the company, I was hired on as Director of Corporate Affairs. And our late CEO, Roger Smith, he allowed me the opportunity to become active and engaged with all of our trade associations, but in particular with PCA, become a member of the various committees, government affairs, communications, and environmental committee. And now as a board member, I think that it's all come full circle.
What are some of the things you guys are doing to ensure that you're following along too with kind of the future and sustainability and taking care of the planet?
We're looking at and really truly evaluating all opportunities that exist. So, as technology gets better and the different technologies change, that'll kind of dictate how we proceed going forward. So we've been in the fly ash space for about 50 years. Essentially we're taking the residual of coal and recycling that ash into the network, into the market. One of the things that we've been doing here is we've been making a one-piece cement for about 40 years.
Oh, wow.
Using fly ash.
The original.
So we're probably one of the original marketers in the Southwest in terms of utilizing fly ash as an alternative to carbon cement. So with that said, we're definitely evaluating all options, and we'll see how this goes.
What kind of culture are you trying to either continue on or build here as the CEO?
Being able to interact with our employees is truly one of the best things that I get to do every day. I'm able to come in and just have one-on-one conversations with them. What I've really tried to encompass and express and embrace is a reflection of who our true workforce is, our employees, who are the people actually doing the work. And I think with that said, it's important to understand that, in Arizona, there are 22 federally recognized tribes, a very diverse, border state, very diverse economy, very diverse workforce. So our goal is to continue that diversity with not only our workforce, but also, how we look at our operations. So, finding and embracing technology, embracing what it is that, truly will help us continue the success that we've enjoyed for the last, 50 years.
You started right in Washington, D.C., right? I mean, you understand Washington, D.C., and I love going to our fly-ins because you know how to talk to people in Washington, D.C. So what message would you give, probably regardless of what party you're talking to, about our industry?
The message for me is that my issues, our industry issues are not red or blue, they're purple. We honestly need champions to be our voice for our industry. We are an integral part of not only modern society, but any type of society going forward. Cement, concrete, it's the second most used product that we have readily available that's been used to essentially build the foundation of what we have today. So that said, I think it's important to understand our issues aren't red, they're not blue, they're purple.
You're a current and future leader of the organization. Where do you see PCA and where do you see the cement industry in 2050 and beyond?
the industry is changing, the priorities are changing, the regulations are changing, the way we operate is changing. So how do we embrace that? Looking at things differently, providing a different perspective on how things can be run, or just even a different vision. The roadmap is a vital part to the success of the industry. It's a vital success to the organization, PCA. It's a vital success to how we will continue to operate. This is something that we all have a responsibility to be a part of the solution and not be a part of the problem. And that is our story to tell. And we need to be the ones telling our story.
One last thing I just want to touch on, because Roger Smith was dear to both of us. I loved Roger. There was an unexpected passing away of Roger. One of the things, though, that Roger did, which is create a succession plan, to have somebody ready to step in, to bring somebody up in a pathway to do that. And so we grieve Roger leaving. It's a big piece that's missed, but you were able to be there and step right in and continue his legacy and carry it forward. What are your thoughts a little bit about that?
I was very fortunate to work 7+ years with Roger, and to have that opportunity to learn from such a great man, not only about the company, about the dynamics of what it is to run a company like this, but also to learn and understand compassion,
right,
and humility. And if I could take away anything outside of the friendship and the mentorship, is to truly treat people the way you would want to be treated, and show compassion.
Well, what strikes me is you've got all the skill sets necessary to do this, but the thing that has been instilled from him back to you are those two key pieces to me, which are important for me as I do my job, and I think you've mentioned them too. It's passion about it, and it's compassion for the people that you work with. And that's why I enjoy working with you so much. I think I feel that strongly from you. It's always a pleasure. I enjoy our relationship, and I enjoy that I have you sitting on our board.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. It's like I keep telling people, it's going to be a fun ride. So
It will be.
grab something and hang on. Let's go.